Our findings suggest that women are possibly as affected as men by the socialization processes and gender role expectations in families in which violence is common. They are likely to be impacted not only in learning how to be victims, but also in learning how to be perpetrators of violence, particularly to children, and as the bearers, together with males, from one generation to another, of values and behaviours that promote adversarial relations. However, it must always be recognised that even where adversarial relationships exist, and where women perpetrate violence too, this is not a gender-neutral issue. Women are far more likely than men to be seriously injured, maimed or killed by their partners than the other way around, and are subject to violence in ways that men are not. Recommendations. There is need to recognise and provide support to male victims of domestic violence. This requires recognition that women can be violent too, but the forms of violence they inflict are often different to those perpetrated by males. While males are not likely to be maimed, injured or killed as a consequence of domestic violence against them, and these are real risks for women, they should be encouraged to report abuse, and they have a right to be taken seriously. All organisations and professionals working to prevent domestic violence must understand that if women have difficulty reporting domestic violence, there are social barriers that can make it even more difficult for men. Violence against men is often minimised or trivialised by professionals, while peer pressure and patriarchal values dictate that no man should allow himself to be subject to abuse at the hands of a woman. The implicit message in these responses actually encourages male violence and is part of the problem in the perpetuation of gender stereotypes and attitudes. Civil society organisations should provide spaces for men and youth to talk about abuse against them in ways that affirm positive maleness and which do not link being a victim with implicit messages of emasculation. There is need for men-to-men support programs that address violence against men, recognizing that there are differences from violence against females. For example, the prevalence of sexual violence perpetrated by women against men is understood to be very low in the Caribbean. However, the opposite is not true. Furthermore, men have access to greater levels of economic power and are therefore not at risk of economic forms of abuse to the same extent as women.
This is an EU-funded project.